Alright, so the second part of this is called rationalizing the denominator, which means that you cannot have a square root in the denominator when you are done simplifying, or it's not in simplest form. So we'll start off, we'll look at kind of an easy one. I don't have a ton of examples on this one. Alright, so if you have 5 over the square root of 7, okay, that's not simplified because you can't have the radical in the denominator, okay? So what we can do, what is always legal to do, is multiply something by one whole, okay? And so if I wanted to, I could multiply this by 3 over 3, but that wouldn't help. I can multiply by anything I want. So what I'm going to choose to multiply by is the square root of 7 over the square root of 7, because anything over itself is one whole. So I didn't change the value of this at all. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom. So across the top, I'm going to get 5 square roots of 7. And in the denominator, 7 times 7 is 49. So this is the square root of 49. Whoops, forgot my 4. 49. And then I can take the square root of 49, which is 7, because we learned this in my last video, that if you take 7 and 7, you're just going to get 7. Okay? Then you have to check, and this is what a lot of you guys are having trouble with, if you can reduce it. You can't reduce this 5 and this 7. So, and you can't do anything else with this square root of 7. So therefore you are done. So you have to check two things. You have to check to make sure these won't reduce, and you got to make sure that this one's simplest. Okay? Alright, let's look at another one. Alright, square root of 2 over the square root of 3b. Alright, so again, I can't have a radical in the denominator, so I'm going to multiply this by the square root of 3b over the square root of 3b. Alright, so this time I'm not going to multiply this out, because we know this times this, and then take the square root of it would just be that. And then I'm going to multiply the top together, so I have 2 times 3 is 6b. I'm thinking, I don't think we can, because 6 will break down into 2 times 3. And why did I get that? Oh, no, that's right. They just did way more work than I did. We took a shortcut. Perfect. Alright, I feel like those aren't quite as hard. Let me give you, I don't know if any of these are any harder though. Do you guys feel like you get that okay? Yeah. Alright, well let's go ahead and we'll do the practice then and see if that's enough to get you through.